A very good morning, everybody. In this session, today we will be talking about the entrepreneurs, the risk-taking ability of an entrepreneur. In the previous session, we have discussed about what makes an entrepreneur, who is an entrepreneur, and what is an enterprise, and the various characteristics and the risk associated with entrepreneurship. When we talk of entrepreneur can be a person as a male or a female. So in this lecture, we will be talking specifically about women entrepreneurship also, and what are the risks which are being faced by the entrepreneur, or is there a different risk for the women or an additional risk that the women entrepreneurs do face. So when we talk of a risk, which is an important factor of entrepreneurship, risk is what makes an entrepreneur different from that of businessman. The risk-taking capability of an entrepreneur is more than that of a businessman, because he is the person who brings innovation to the market. He brings innovation to an economy, the thing which is never known to any person in the economy before he introduced. So the risk is more, and he had a risk-taking ability more than others. Entrepreneur, a successful entrepreneur is the one who have a calculated risk. Means he is aware as to how to present his idea, how to run his business, and what is the time span he looks for, the acceptance of that idea or the profitability from that idea to the economy or to the national income as a whole. So when we talk of a risks are of different types. The important risk which everybody and is common to both the businessman and entrepreneur is financial risk, as both of them required a finance to run their business, to run their ideas. Ultimately, an entrepreneur also run the business, right? So financial risk is an important risk, and entrepreneur is a one who move with the calculation of a risk. How to arrange for the finances, who is going to finance him for his idea, because it is not known to anybody. How he will manage his funds. This all is a risk which has been taken by an entrepreneur. So an entrepreneur should have an ability to arrange these funds and finances to overcome this risk. The next important risk is environmental risk. I have come up with an idea, but what about the raw materials? From where will I get the raw materials for the concept I have introduced? What is the technology which is there in the economy? The concept which I am coming up, do that economy have a technology prevailing to my idea? What is the nature of the consumer or the customer to accept that product which I am introducing to the market? Will I be getting a skilled labor to convert my idea into goods and services? And how will I convert the raw materials into a finished good? That is automation. So all these risks comes under the risk of environment. Next risk, that is what we called as is a sociological risk. When we talk of sociological risk, this risk is associated with society. The society wherein he has to share his idea, he has to present his idea, and one which is going to widely accepted that idea. What is the psychology? What is the level of the society? What is the behavior of the people there? What are the norms of that society? What are the beliefs, the tradition, the taboos which they follow? There might be something which you introduce, you go for the feasibility check, हाँ जी बहुत अच्छा है, but it is not accepted in the society because of the various traditions, beliefs, or you can say taboos. A great example we can come here about the problem faced by the Lakme Cosmetics when they came into India, and to a specific reason called as Rajasthan in India. They introduced the cosmetics into the Rajasthan as a new concept for the ladies to come up using the cosmetics to upgrade their beauty, to present their beauty. But when they moved to Rajasthan, they found out that no lady was allowed to move out and talk to the strangers or to the unknown males. the family members, the male of the family used to purchase the cosmetic on the behalf of the females in the family. So do you feel that the idea with which the cosmetics was launched is reaching to the concerned consumer? Will the feasibility which we checked, are we able to achieve it? So before coming up with any idea, we have to first come up with the feasibility test of the society as what are the traditions and beliefs of that particular social segment. A recent example is that for a McDonald's. McDonald's came to India introducing a beef burger. Whereas the majority of an Indian society, the cow is being worshipped. And when the people from the Hindu society came to know that the McDonald's is providing a beef in a burger, they alarmed, they raised their voice. Because in Indian Hindu society there is a taboo, Gaay hamari mata hai. So the one whom they worship, they cannot move ahead as them for consumption. So these are the social risk which is being attached with the entrepreneurship. We have to calculate कि whatever idea we are coming up, where we are going to introduce it, what are the risks attached at the social level, at the environmental level, and the most important is as a personal level. When we talk of a personal risk, we have to identify the various personal factors as your willingness to invest money. Are you so open to invest your money? और टू वॉट वी कॉल्ड इन हिंदी इज कहीं आप कंजूस तो नहीं हो, नहीं 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 मैं इतना पैसा नहीं इन्वेस्ट करूँगा, बहुत ज़्यादा पैसा लग जाएगा ऐसे करने में. तो यू शुड बी ऑफ एन ओपन हार्ट एंड माइंड. यू शुड नो द ROI you will be getting from an idea. When we talk of an ROI, we means return on investment. If I am investing the particular amount in this idea, what will be the amount that will be coming back to me as an ROI and at that particular time? This comes in your personal quality. Lack of confidence. There should be what we say is that the one of the characteristics of entrepreneur is confidence. कैसे नहीं होगा, I will get it done. I will prove it, I will get it done. ऐसे नहीं, अगर ऐसे नहीं हुआ तो If you have that hope कि ऐसे नहीं हुआ तो we have to come up with an alternate. ऐसा नहीं हुआ तो ऐसे हो जाएगा. But if you are not ready with both of the situations कि ऐसे हो नहीं हुआ तो और ऐसे नहीं हुआ तो मेरे पास कोई alternate ही नहीं है, मैं क्या करूँगा, मैं सड़क पे आ जाऊँगा, then it is not a part of being an entrepreneur. You cannot be an entrepreneur, right? Next is lack of motivation. In our first lecture, we discussed that entrepreneurship or an entrepreneur word has been derived from the word entre, that is from your inner soul motivation. Your inner motivation should be there. अंदर से कुछ करने की इच्छा होनी चाहिए. हमारे अंदर से जब तक आवाज़ नहीं आएगी कि हमें कुछ डिफरेंट करना है, मुझे दुनिया में कुछ नया करना है, मुझे इनोवेशन लाना है, या ये चीज़ इससे बेटर हो सकती थी. This is simple. I can give better thing to the society. I can give better thing to the economy. जब आपके अंदर ये आवाज़ नहीं है, then this you are at a bigger risk. Next is lack of patience. Entrepreneurship require patience. We cannot say this. यार इतना टाइम हो गया, बिजनेस ही नहीं आ रहा. यार इतना टाइम हो गया, सारा पैसा निकला जा रहा है. No. Every business cycle takes years to come on to rotation, to form a cycle of operation, to what we called as an operational cycle. It has been focused like it takes minimum 3 years for a business to come onto the track. If we take it from the marketing point of view in the management, we have different stages for the life cycle. So in the early introductory stage, there is no profit. It is just an investment of time, investment of money, investment of concept, everything. And slowly and gradually, when the product started moving on to the market, when the product is being accepted in the market, it somehow started giving negligible profit. But At that particular time, spending a number of years, we feel like I'm running the business from last 2 years, but I'm getting a negligible profit of just 10%. It is कुछ नहीं है, ये तो चने के पीस, just a peanuts, चने हैं. That quality is a bigger risk, which we have to overcome. Next is inability to dream. It is very rightly being said, until unless you dream, you cannot achieve. That is vision. That is the first important characteristics of an entrepreneur. If you lack in dreaming, if you lack in designing, if you lack in having a vision, or if you have a myopic vision, that is a bigger risk, a bigger hurdle, or a bigger barrier to be an entrepreneur. The various risks involved in entrepreneurship can be taken as also the barriers, क्योंकि यही रिस्क आगे जाके आपके एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप प्रोसेस में बैरियर बनेंगे, एंड व्हाट विल हैपन देन द आउटपुट फ्रॉम योर एंटरप्राइज वोंट बी एज गुड एज व्हाट you expected for. Fine. So these were the risks which we talk for an entrepreneur. And in the very start of our lecture, we said that when we talk of an entrepreneur, we have both entrepreneurs as on the genders like male and female. Entrepreneur can be anybody. He can be a person. He can be a person as a male. He can be an individual as a female. But the barriers, the risk, especially in the Indian society, is different for both, for the male and for the female. Again, because of the social risk. In India, which is a male-dominant society, the risks are less as compared to that of a female, because in India, the male is taken as a bread earner of any family. उसको तो काम करना ही करना है. But when the woman moves out for the work, the risk gets more as compared to that of a male. So now we will have a look to whom we called as which women we called as an entrepreneur, and what exactly the society or what risk the women comes across in polishing her skills as an entrepreneur. Before proceeding, we will discuss and would be understanding what we really understand by a women entrepreneur. For we should not confuse by the women working on a commercial platform and the women working on a personal platform, right? If I'm coming up with an innovation in doing things for my family, I'm not an entrepreneur because I'm working it on a personal platform. On the other way around, if I'm working the same thing for commercial purposes, making an earning out of it, and getting a fame and earning so much that I am giving a new concept to an economy, adding to the national income of the economy, I am a women entrepreneur. Also in India, we have number of women entrepreneurs, even when it is a male dominant society. Vandana Luthra, women entrepreneur. Ekta Kapoor, women entrepreneur. Shehnaz Hussain, women entrepreneur, and many more. VLCC gave a new scenario for health and cosmetics. Shehnaz Hussain to the makeups. Ekta Kapoor changed the concept of the serials Daily Soap onto the television. So they bring something different to the society. Now moving ahead with the literary meaning of the women entrepreneur can be defined as a women or a group of women who take initiative to set up as a business enterprise and run smoothly. There are many women, not only in this era, there have been women entrepreneurs in the previous era also. All these कचरी पापड़ ग्रामीण उद्योग, जहाँ पे विमेंस महिला ग्राम उद्योग, ये जितनी भी लेडीज़ काम कर रही हैं कमर्शियल लेवल पे, अपने घर से निकल के घर की ही चीज़ों को जब सेल के लिए अलग तरीके से पैक प्रेजेंट कर रही हैं, लोगों को उसका यूज़ बता रही हैं, सोसाइटी की प्रॉब्लम को सॉल्व कर रही हैं, वेयर एवरी विमेन इज़ कमिंग आउट फॉर अ वर्क, दे आर हेल्पिंग द नेक्स्ट लेवल ऑफ द विमेन आर हेल्पिंग द विमेन for maintaining their households, that is also, you can say, is a women entrepreneur. According to GOI, a women entrepreneur defines an enterprise owned and controlled. GOI means Government of India. Women entrepreneur defines an enterprise owned and controlled by a woman and having a minimum financial interest of 51% of employment generated by enterprise of the women. The one most important thing is that when we talk that we are working for the economic development and for the contribution of the national economy, the main important thing which is hidden in it is that you should also generate employment. You should come up with the employment opportunities from your concept, from your ideas, from your business, right? So what are the problems which are faced by the women entrepreneurs specifically are first is as the same problem as a common entrepreneur has to face, that is a scarcity of raw material. What makes a difference problem is family ties, as the women are responsible for their family responsibilities more as compared to a male, because she is the one to look after the family, she is the one who knit the family and keep the family tight. The social scenario of the economy is different. If we take an example of India, wherein the male go out and is taken as a bread earner for the family, the woman is the one who looks after the family. She is a control, she is the nucleus of the family. That makes the problem for her, because she have to make a balance between the two. Limited mobility, that is movement from one place to another. She is not as open as that of a male. That is again a taboo. There might be the females who don't have such a problem, but there are females who that have a problem, wherein we say, ye kahan jayengi, ye kaise karengi, right? Next is lack of proper education. This is the biggest risk, biggest problem, the biggest barrier, that is a lack of education. In the, you can say, more than 2 decades or 3 decades, the Indian females were not given equal education to that of males. But from last 2 decades, we have been seeing a paradigm shift in the education of the females, wherein the females are also being given an equal opportunity for education, and that is what is we are saying the change in the economy. The economy is developing and is developed just because we have been coming up with the new process and the new concepts also onto the gender level. Next is, that is male dominant society. In many cases, the females may be having with the skills are not being allowed to move out of house. Still today there are many families wherein they are being asked, जो कुछ करना है घर में रह के कर लीजिए. We don't have any problem. So there are many areas where the skills of the female are being locked within the 4 walls. But things are changing. The mindset is changing. The society is changing. And maybe in the coming decades or the years, we will see this biggest change. And this is also will be a part of an entrepreneurship, when on the gender biasness, there will be no concept like difference, like barriers to women entrepreneurship. There will be only the barriers to an entrepreneur, whether he is a male, whether the person is a male or a female. The risk is equal for both. So this is today's lecture was about the risk involved in entrepreneurship, and we have come up with a new concept, with a different concept called as women entrepreneurship, because there are additional 2 or 3 more risks as compared to that of a male. That's all for today's lecture. Thank you very much. In the next lecture, we will be talking about the various theories which gave birth to entrepreneur, right? There are different types of entrepreneurs. What make them an entrepreneurs? What are the different theories behind them? We will be discussing in the next lecture. Thank you very much.